Scaling up your Pi system successes across your company can be difficult. What works at one site might not work or even make sense at another. Part of the problem is that different sites, even if they make the same stuff and do the same thing, might have different instrumentation, different names for the same thing, different ways of doing the same roll-up, and on and on. But there's help. OSIsoft offers the asset-based Pi Jumpstart to help you scale what worked well locally to a global scale. It includes an in-person workshop customized for you. For example, here's Jason. His corporate folks have set a goal to reduce global energy consumption by 5%. He'll say, look, the notifications I built for my unit are saving us a lot of energy. So are the displays and reports I built. We have lots of different sites and they each have a Pi server. Now, if everyone rolled out the same projects locally over there, we could hit that goal. So for example, anyone with heat exchangers could have the same maintenance notifications that are saving so much energy at his site. Jason also thought that sites that make the same product could find ways to save energy by comparing their data side by side. And if all the sites everywhere tied their data into the company ERP system, the visibility would make local sore spots react more quickly. But when he looked into the details, Jason discovered big differences in what each site had chosen to instrument. And other differences too. Different naming conventions, KPI algorithms, engineering units. Even the sites that made the same product had completely different views because the instrumentation was from different vendors installed in different decades by folks who made different design decisions. Jason said, you know, I really need to expose the data in a way that's easy to share if it's going to be useful to headquarters. This is where the asset-based Pi Jumpstart comes in. In the workshop, Jason learned to design a hierarchy of company assets with links to all the remarkably different sources of data at each site. The model used templates to make things consistent, so that each similar asset exposed the same set of sensors for trending, used the same names, and the same units of measure. Calculations and notifications that had been developed in isolation were now centrally defined with a template, and then applied to each asset that required them. In short, Jason and his colleagues learned how to use Pi Asset Framework to apply a consistency that was required to share their data across the enterprise. Now when Jason adds a piece of equipment, its sensors appear in the model with easy-to-understand aliases that everybody can recognize, and the displays, calculations, and lab inputs it requires are available without any extra work. It even appears automatically on the current production reports. Every site can now use Jason's energy-saving notifications and displays by pointing his template to their own assets. It is a generational change to make a more collaborative and disciplined way of doing real-time data. The asset-based Pi Jumpstart includes an installation of the latest Pi server version, a 3-day workshop that teaches up to 8 students how to create templates and elements that fit their processes, and a fully functioning copy of Pi CoreSite so you can create reusable displays right away. The asset-based Pi Jumpstart delivers an elevation in how you use the Pi system to get what's important to you done. OSIsoft has built the Pi system since 1985. People use the Pi system for many, many things, but it comes down to connecting people, engineers, operators, analysts, and managers to the data that's relevant to them. And we do it really well.